respect the flag. That's all I can say. I know there's a hotkey, so you don't have to look at that screen. Alright, this is Subnautica Below Zero. We're going to start a new game here. Now basically, if you look at this here, you go to survival, freedom, hardcore, creative. Well, freedom, you don't care about food or that. But if you notice, survival, see the little apple there, that means you need food, that means you need water, that means you watch your health. Freedom, you don't have to worry about eating or drinking, so that's pretty simple. Hardcore, yeah, you're gonna die. Creative, you can do whatever you want, which I really don't play. I'll start out on, well, normally I would show you freedom because you don't have to worry about food, which I can do, but we'll start out on survival, so I'll show you how to start the game. It's pretty simple. I started playing this game quite some time ago, when my son was still alive. But he wouldn't give me any tips on how to play it. So
this is the farthest I can take you on company space bucks, Robin. You sure you want this? The research is in everything.
It is to me. And Sam. I need to know what happened.
The meteor storm.
I can use it for cover from Altera's eyes.
Gonna miss you, Robin.
I'll find my way back.
You have no choice here. This is just the beginning. So, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty good game. I was playing the first one, Imperium Galactic Survival.
Approaching 45-46 speed. Surface temperature is
Then this is
drop
the
pod
newest
deployed.
edition. Obviously, this is still early access. So you can see the landing was a little rough. And that there is your survival unit right there that's coming down. So you don't worry about that right now. Now, because I'm doing food net, you don't really necessarily need flares. Pick up your food. I don't really because you're playing survival.
New blueprint synthesized.
Because see, as you pick up stuff, if you look around here, you know, pretty much get. Now watch your temperature. All right, if you look down here in the bottom left-hand corner, your temperature starts to drop. So what you want to do is you go over here by these flowers. Alrighty. And see how your temperature goes up. So that's a must. So watch your temperature, your food net, because you're on survival. And it does give you some food. So you just kind of run around, collect everything you need to collect. I believe I already have everything. You don't have to worry about the meteors killing you. They don't really hit you. Just watch your temperature, you can get over to hypothermia. So once you collect everything here, there's really nothing else you can do up here. There's nothing to explore. This is just your crash landing, as you can see. Okay. So grab all your food, supplies, whatever you drop. And that should be everything. I mean, you can see you're getting stuff bombarded with meteors. So it's a pretty hostile situation. Alright, now what we're going to do... You have to go into the water, like I say, watch your temperature. Then you can scan all these different items. These are all all the items I picked up. Oops, my bad. I dropped them.
Holy smokes! That did not go as planned. I should find a way into the water and get to the drop pod.
And later on, when you build your hand scanner, you can scan all these bushes and that, and it'll tell you all about them. Not to get too close to these, they will burn you, so you don't want to touch them, because you will get burned. Now, obviously, the first things you want to do is you want to collect, as you're going, you want to collect rocks and stuff. Okay, like right here. Now watch your oxygen. Now see this fish here? Where'd it go? Okay, here. You want to collect items as you go. You don't really have time to look around. Watch your oxygen though. Left hand side, watch that oxygen. Because you can get low on oxygen very rapidly. Doesn't take much. Then you just go up to the surface. Alright, oxygen refills. And you definitely, okay, anyway, grab this fish. It's a very slow fish.
New creature discovered.
And you use that one for water. These guys here, you gotta be careful. That little stuff they spray out will freeze you. It stuns you. You can also eat these fish, but I'll show you what you need these fish for. These fish here, you want to grab these for food.
Oxygen.
It does warn you 9 seconds of oxygen. Anyway, so you want to get to your pod. And as you're swimming, you'll notice different, well, obviously, wildlife. But all these rocks, you want to break them open. Simply because you need minerals and what have you. Now what you'll do, I'll show you here. This is your life pod.
Found the drop pod.
And because I caught the fish, okay, see how it shows food now? It shows water. Now if you look there, you see how you get water out of the bladder fish. And you can also cook it. Okay, you can cook a bladder fish for food. So I was just showing you that real quick. You say you want water, hit the button. Blammo, you got water, you want to cook a fish. You can cook them. You can also preserve the fish with salt. I'll show you how to do that. Now you see here, because I collected minerals, each thing you collect unlocks something. Okay, like here, waterproof locker, you need 4 titanium, we have 3. So as you collect minerals and explore, you gain different things. Now one of the first things you're going to absolutely want to do is this oxygen tank. And you're like, okay, I don't have fiber mesh. Don't worry, I'll show you how to do that. The flippers, that's a real good thing. But you see how you can't make them, right? Here, you can make wire. To make, you need copper. I'll show you these ribbon plants. You can make copper. So that's why I say you have to go pick up stuff as you go. You would have a storage locker to put all this stuff in. I don't really use the flares for any particular reason. Oops.
Well, Sam, I guess I might as well gather some tools and resources before starting my search. Hope that radio tower's as easy to spot as Lil said.
Then you see how my food just went up. Where's the water bottle? You just click on it, and if you can catch this guy, if you're quick enough. These fish are pretty quick though. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is you want to find the tall grassy plants. You have to excuse me here, it's been a while since I've played this. But see the plants right there? You want to swim out to these because you need rubber to make fins. So that's very important to snatch those up. And as you grab,
New creature discovered.
say, new creature discovered. So anyway, you're going to need the
Oxygen.
yeah, I know. Once you get the rubber
All
flippers,
pellets supply cache nearby.
and then it tells you, see there's emergency stash right there. Just swimming around will do that. Okay, the first thing you want to grab is these here. These little nodules here. Now as soon as you grab these, okay, it just unlocked.
New blueprint synthesized.
Yeah, it just unlocked a new blueprint for you. And like I say, one of the biggest first things you're going to want to do
Should be able to use this.
is definitely, this is quartz. Ooh, silver, that's always good. You're going to want to watch your oxygen, watch your oxygen.
Oxygen.
See, I'm going to be cutting it close. See, I start to pass out. See, watch. See, you start to get lightheaded. So very important to watch your oxygen. That's why I say with the oxygen tank is very, very important. And the flippers. With the flippers, you can start swimming a lot faster. You know, so it's very important to get. Then batteries also is really important. Excuse me, is really important too. I don't need to keep yakking. I'll show you the ribbon plant too. I'm trying to remember where they're at, because that ribbon plant, you need that and copper to make batteries. Then you can make other things.
Oxygen.
Yeah, I know. Plenty of time. Okay, now if you notice, when it lights up green like this, that means you can make something new. Okay? Here, obviously you can't make anything tools. You need a battery. See, I have titanium in that. You need that plant to make a battery. This is really good. The air bladder, I'll show you that in a second. Now, because you collected those seed clusters, you can now make rubber. And once you make rubber, it'll allow you to unlock other things. And you see I got a fish here, but what I'm going to do is, well, we'll cook him. If you use salt, the fish cures and stays longer, so it's important to gather up some salt too. Now you can make a knife, because you see how I have titanium and then I made rubber. You want a knife, and the reason you want the survival knife, that's very important. The reason you want the survival knife is in order to make the fiber mesh. Okay. And we don't need any copper right now. Okay, we're good there. I can make some more rubber. That plant's relatively easy. There's plenty of them. The lubricant you're not going to need for a while. But as you do each thing, it does unlock. So now you can make your rubber fins, because I made the... so you make your fins. And with those fins, now you can swim considerably faster once you make the fins. So now we're going to go out and make the fins. Whoops, that part. Sorry about that. Yeah. Man, I must have collected a lot of them, didn't I? We'll go ahead and make some more rubber. Holy crap. Okay, there we go. Then you can make a locker, waterproof locker, because what'll happen is you look at your backpack, you'll end up filling it up. And there's only so much room Silver we're not going to need right away. Lubricants you're not going to need. The fish will go bad, okay? Now if you use, when you collect salt, I'm sorry, I rattle on too much. Okay, now, another thing you have to watch for is, I will show you, and it's dark out.
New creature discovered.
You generally don't want to carry anything in your hands at first, simply because there's a creature around here that is nothing but a little thief. And basically you just kind of explore. And there is a lot to explore, but if you notice, see how my oxygen is already down. So you really have to watch your oxygen. As soon as I get the fiber mesh, we can make ourselves a tank. However, it is so dark out, you can't see where the shit. So you can go over here to the emergency supply. That automatically pops up when you get within a certain distance. And there's food there, there's water. You also can make a compass, so you know which directions you're going in. Which you really don't need to stash at this particular time. I'm trying to keep this short, but how do you keep it short, right? Now once you reach a certain point to get to the stash, watch your oxygen because you have to go underwater to get to it. You have to swim underneath all this ice. And then you can get a clear spot. See how that just cleared up? So you're good to go. You could also be careful, but you could actually, from the center of these fish, you can actually get oxygen. But these guys, watch these guys, because you run into their little spray they spray, and they will stun you, and you can die. And dying is very inconvenient. Never watch your see, tools like this you have to scan, so you have to make a scanner. Watch your oxygen.
Oxygen.
Oh, I forgot to make the bladder. I'll show you how to make that. First aid kit. There's different things in these containers. Yeah, and if you look, you have to kind of look for them because they're scattered around. Come on, move out of the way, dumpster. You know, in items like this, you have to scan. Right, we better get our ass up here. So you distracted me, dumpster. Okay, we're good. It's a lot easier to do this during daylight hours. Alright, I'll go up and get some oxygen, then we're going to go back to our habitat. Real quick. Okay, then get your knife out, and you need this plant here for fibers.
New blueprint synthesized.
Ah, those little thieves. Did you hear them? See if I can see them. Because they will steal from you. Not always, though. They don't always steal from you. Now, where'd that little shit go? See this little salt deposit here? If you take the salt deposit, it allows you to, oh, inventory's full. Because fiber mesh and, depending on what you collect, takes up more room in your backpack, and you only obviously have so much room.
Oxygen.
Yeah. And you can see how annoying the oxygen is at first. But we're going to solve that with the fiber mesh. So we're going to go back to our little habitat here. Freaking cat. And you can see we're swimming a little bit. Okay, now, if you notice, what we're going to do, the scanner is very important to make, but you need a battery, so you need that plant. Oops. Like here, you see how the standard oxygen tank, you need fiber mesh. Because I collected the plant, the creepvine, now you notice you can now make fiber mesh. So each thing as you collect, it unlocks a new blueprint for you. Hopefully I'm not going too fast or make an idiot of myself here. Quartz obviously makes glass. Alright, now, you see how that's green? So now you can make a first aid kit out of fiber mesh. Once you get into the game and you get good at it, first aid kits you really never use. I very rarely use them.
Adding additional blueprints to your databank. The standard oxygen tank can be upgraded for deluxe and VIP breathing.
Which is nice. Getting a bigger oxygen tank. That's one of my priorities when I play the game. Is I always try to get the better oxygen tank. They also have an after breather, so when you go deeper. Now, if you notice, cured food, because I now have salt, so it takes one salt and one fish. Any kind of fish you catch, you can pretty much cook. And using salt to cure your food, you know, your fish, it does last longer. It doesn't spoil, because when you eat spoiled food, just like in real life, it ain't healthy. See now how it unlocked a repair tool, which we don't need right now, but because I did the fiber mesh and that, so each thing as you make will unlock another blueprint. Most important thing, those fins, oxygen tank, and the scanner is the next thing we're going to work on, because a scanner allows you to scan items like, let's say, those parts that I showed you that were on the ground you couldn't do anything with, or underwater. When you scan those, it starts to unlock other blueprints. So if you look here, I don't think they're unlocked enough yet. They're not even showing, because see the fins, we have those. Yeah, I didn't unlock it yet. Compass is pretty important, but as you collect stuff, you'll notice that more and more things get, like here, a computer chip. That table coral is pretty deep to get. Gold is also pretty deep for the most part. So oxygen tank, flippers. See, now you have an oxygen tank. It automatically put it where it goes. Your flippers. They also have, you can update these fins for ones that as you swim, it charges. So there's different things. And probably should drink some water, should probably eat some food. There we go. So we are good. And we're gonna put some of this stuff away. Grapevine, see how it says rotten? So stuff does not last very long. And you can see already how I've unlocked 23 blueprints simply by collecting samples. And remember, the creepvine, the modules on it, see the clusters, C clusters there, that's how you discover silicone. then use the same plant for mesh, quartz for glass. It's pretty self-explanatory. And these are all things that you'll unlock as you go. And you see, you don't have to research anything. Is the daylight out? Yes, it is. Okay. Now, unfortunately, quite often, battery is the next thing you want to make, and I always forget. Because see, you can't scan this. Okay, SeaGlide, that's an important item to have. But you got to be able to scan it first. And you see the plants right here?
Ribbon plants contain electrolytic materials that can be used in energy storage.
And I'll show you how to make a battery. Then you see how my oxygen lasts longer now.